Hey guys, you ever been working a stable job, 6 figures, all the benefits, and you make a social media page about the job, about how working the job can be just as fulfilling as being a famous social media star. And then you get really famous on social media and you also have a baby and get married, and then so you quit your job to focus on social media. No? That's weird. But if you did, then you might actually have something in common with today's subject, Hubslife, who you may have heard a thing or two about if you spend any time on TikTok. He's come under some fire recently for his decision, as I just joked about. Hubslife is an incredibly popular creator on both TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. He has nearly 1 million on TikTok right now. And like I alluded to before, he blew up really on social media for recording his everyday life at a stable job. His whole thing, the entire purpose of his account, was to kind of show that working a normal job, working a stable job, can be just as fulfilling as going out and vacationing all the time and being Jake Paul or living in the hype house. It's like I'm stuck in 2016 or something. But if you don't know who he is, I'm just going to show one of his videos as some backstory, kind of get, let's dive a little bit into who Hubslife is and kind of what his content is, so you know what I'm talking about. This first video here is just titled Normalize the Norm, which was kind of his entire thing. And as we watch through this video, you can see he really slowly puts his laptop into his bag. I guess that's a normal thing for jobs. But social media portrays a false reality where normal is associated with becoming financially free at age 20 and being your own boss. What I'm saying is it's okay to work a normal job and live a normal life. You can still be successful and still be happy. So you see kind of what I'm talking about. His entire channel was built off the idea of kind of proving to the world, proving to his fans that they can be just as fulfilled doing their normal job as they can doing what, kind of social media portrays, which he's not wrong. Social media is all about going out to crazy places and trying the new, you have got to try New York's new bagel crisp taco station. And that's not real. That's not real life. And I can totally get down with that message. As somebody who creates on social media all the time, I do understand there is a bit of fakeness that you have to bring to the table. I'm not going to show everything I do. And here's another one, just to really nail in the point, from 2023. Also, it's titled Normalize the Norm, #Hubslife. Welcome to the normal side of social media. No fancy yachts, high-rise apartments, or trips to the beach. Just a normal guy working a normal job and living a normal life. So you see what I'm saying. He uses some really nice B-roll footage of him getting ready for work, really slowly putting his laptop in his bag, and also really slowly taking it out too. I guess that's normal as well. And really delivering the message, being the kind of spokesperson for the average Joe. And not really average, because his job, he was making like 6 figures, but just a person working a job, no fancy, like he said, high-rise apartments, trips to the beach, anything like that, right? Just working a normal job. And here's another one. People wait all day for 5 p.m. all week for Friday, all summer for winter, all winter for summer, and all life for happiness. Don't let the pursuit of tomorrow diminish the joy of today. And here he is watering his turf backyard, which he also tends to do. You might be thinking to yourself, what's the problem with this? Because there really is no problem, right? There's nothing wrong with being the spokesperson or kind of the mascot for people who just want to be inspired, to enjoy the life they have and not look for something further than what they have, to just really appreciate the moment, right? Really appreciate the opportunities that they've been given, that they are lucky enough to have. And that's a great message. But then comes the problem with Hubslife's entire account, which he acknowledges in this video, which says, when you build a following big enough to leave your 9-to-5, but your content revolves around the 9-to-5, so you can't quit your job. And that's kind of the problem with making an entire social media page revolving around the fact that you are at work. You have to record you being at work to make money on social media, so you can't quit your job to do social media if you don't work, because that's what you do for social media. And he says in the caption here, would you quit your job to do social media full time? I get this question all the time. The answer, no, I wouldn't quit my job to do this full time. I love my 9-to-5 as it provides health insurance, steady income, 401k, structure, career growth opportunities, etc. I enjoy the people I work with and genuinely like the work that I do. Then he goes on to explain in the next paragraph that he has already quit a 9-to-5 job to do like social media type stuff, and he didn't like it. quit. So this is in his plain words. No, he would never quit his job to do social media full time. That would be crazy because he's got all these good things like benefits, 401k, structure, and putting his laptop really slowly into his bag. How can you give that up, right? Anyways, here's the next video. And he quit his job. He quit his job to pursue social media full time. Shocking. Who could have guessed that would happen? You know, also based on the title of the video, you probably guessed. I've been struggling for a while now. Imagine working a full-time job, filming that full-time job, editing and posting a video of that job every day for 700 plus days, and becoming a new dad on top of that. Yeah, that sounds crazy. It's almost like you should quit your social media hobby and instead, you know, focus on your job since you just had a kid and, you know, you got priorities and things like that. Let's see what he does. It starts to wear on you. And that's why I quit to work on social media full time, which my social media is about my job. So I'm gonna quit my job. Anyways, he gives a really good argument for why he should probably give up social media or at least like pull back really hard from social media and focus on his job. And instead it just leads to him being like, yeah, so that's why I quit, to focus on social media. Then he had the balls to say this was the best decision he could make for his family, to pursue a new kind of 9 to 5. The kind of 9 to 5 where you don't have a 9 to 5. Great, this is sick. Oh, here we go. Here's a good quote. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. What the fuck? You what? Wait, so he's working a 9 to 5 to avoid being a social media star? What the fuck are you talking about? Anyways, after he quit his job, obviously people were not happy, right? But, you know, people were giving him a lot of slack because he didn't say he was quitting his, like, any job and never working another job. He just said he was quitting that job to pursue a new kind of 9 to 5, which, you know, kind of insinuates he's getting a new job, right? And here's the next video he posts a day later, which says my first day at my new 9 to 5. So, okay, cool. He's got a new job, right? He goes ahead, he pulls into his new office, new job, right? This is exciting. He's got a new job. And everything seems great, right? He's got a job. But then that's when people started to notice something a bit weird about this new office. And that would be the fact that it is a little rental office in a building that you can rent an office. It seems like Hubslife has scrubbed the internet of any evidence that he was renting an office, but it's pretty obvious when you watch the videos, especially considering what I'll talk about a bit later. But here's some Reddit posts talking about it that have some pretty juicy info. But Hubslife doesn't say anything about renting an office to pretend to work a new 9 to 5 so that he can continue to make social media videos about having a job. He just kind of insinuates this is a new job, but it's not. It's not a new job. He's just working in a rental office, wiping his computer off and putting it in his bag and taking it out, basically lying to his entire audience about what he does and what he stands for, as his entire channel has been about working a job and living a normal, satisfying, fulfilling life working a normal job. So comments are off. Obviously he got a lot of flack for this. People started picking up on the fact that he's just working in a little rented office. And I don't know about you, but personally I feel like a video about your day in the life of work loses all of its value when you're not actually working at all. I mean, I assume all he's doing in this fake office is editing the video of him sitting in the office. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, he continues to do, you know, the B-roll, the really inspirational text, which just falls so flat in this context. Appreciate what you have and how far you've come. Don't let social media make you think you're not doing okay. I wonder why you would feel like that. Maybe it's because one of your favorite social media stars who talks about living a fulfilling normal life is now living a completely fabricated life. Happiness is to continue to want what you already have. Ironic, as you quit your job for something completely fake. How are you gonna spout this fucking nonsense back at your fan base, who genuinely, they're taking this to heart because they are normal, and then you're gonna be like, but not me. Personally, me, yeah, I quit my job so I could pretend to work a job. But you should like what you have. Like, let them work their normal job, and I'll continue to pretend to work a job. And that's my job. It's also just so funny to me that he has this video, this very self-aggrandizing video of him talking about his journey to 1 million.
TikToker at Hubs.life.
Hubslife.
Yeah, Hubslife. A dude named Hubslife.
Hubslife. The social media star has gained over 1 million followers.
Oh my God, bro.
how he left his 9 to 5 years ago to pursue videography and social media full time and didn't like it. So he ended up going back to corporate America. Moral of the story, do what makes you happy, be consistent, and appreciate each day as it comes. And then, you know, months later, quits his job and just leaves everyone in the dust, right? So here's another video where he pretends to be working a normal job, but he does kind of insinuate, now I'm onto a new 9 to 5, building my businesses and pursuing my passion one day at a time. And he puts 9 to 5 in a quotes, which means he's not working 9 to 5. He could just say new job, but you know, he's really trying to play on the people who work a normal 9 to 5. But he's like, it's a 9 to 5, you know, I show up when I want, and I just record videos of me walking into the office, and then when I get into the office and I finish recording, I just edit myself walking into the office with some music, and that's my job. It's just so like when you look at it in this context, it's so pretentious to have all this inspirational text over something fabricated for social media, which he, you know, claimed before he was completely against. Then eventually, you know, people caught on to the fact that he's just recording in an office, him going into the office. I don't need to say it again. It's too complicated. He's recording him doing nothing. People caught on, and he eventually just gives up. He just stops showing up to this office. I'm assuming he just stopped renting it because it was a complete waste of money. And instead he starts making videos like this. It's 7 p.m. and this is my solo dad evening routine with my 15-month-old. So it's him taking his baby to the bathroom, giving his baby a bath, playing with his dog, then he's feeding his dog, then he's doing dishes, then he's drinking some whiskey. Ooh, whiskey, yeah, that's exciting. Then he's putting on his VR headset to play Xbox, football, oh, Call of Duty, oh yeah, yes, yeah, look. What the fuck is this garbage, dude? He just recorded an entire day of him doing jack shit, and that's his content. His evening shift, taking care of his child. Here's my new 9 to 5. I have a kid, and I don't get paid for it. Mondays, am I right? Anyways, as you could probably expect, the comments are ripping him to shreds. 1 hour with the kid, then drinking and games all night. Dude wakes up counting down the hours until he can put his kid to bed early as possible. Yeah, so not great content, right? But maybe it's just that video. Maybe just that video's kind of not great. Let's check out this next one called The Best Kind of Friday Nights.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be watching. My name is Hubslife, and tonight I'm on solo dad duty.
Tonight he's on solo dad duty instead of Call of Duty, which he'd much rather be on.
We're gonna put little man to sleep, and then we're gonna pour ourselves a nice glass of you know what?
Huh? You know what? Sex? You're gonna pour yourself up a glass of sex? What the fuck is he talking about?
I'm gonna have a great night, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Okay, cool. He's giving his kid a bath again and putting his kid to sleep again. Okay, well maybe there's something more exciting. Baseball, dog, and he's recording his dog take a shit, and now he's throwing the shit behind his head in the trash can. You know, not very exciting content, I gotta say. And then the rest of this video is just him fucking drinking and watching Netflix. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to get from this? And obviously everybody agrees, as the comment section is just ripping him to shreds again. Another day of dilly-dally. Perfect way to unwind after doing nothing all day. This ain't entertaining, bro. And I can't even argue against that. They're completely right. There's nothing entertaining about this. I can't find it right now, but he also has a video where he puts on like a GoPro and picks up his dog's shit. He also, I mentioned this briefly before, but he also is like constantly watering his turf backyard, which is turf. It's not grass. It's like in a lot of his videos, he's just spraying water all over his fake grass. And in one of these videos, he addresses it and he's like, why do I spray the grass? It's all for my kid. And so I'm gonna strap a camera to my kid and use him for content too. Great, awesome content. Amazing. Okay, we've got to this point, and as you can see, there's reason for people to really dislike his new content. Not only did he quit his job, which is what his entire channel was about, but he's now doing nothing as a form of entertainment and trying to record it and make it look aesthetic. It's not like, there's nothing to get from this. But do you remember that video from the beginning where he was like, I'm just a normal guy. Hey, no beaches, no beach trips, no high-rise hotels, and absolutely no crazy vacations. Yeah, well, here he is in Majorca, Spain, on a yacht, jumping into a crazy beach with drone footage. This is just a crazy vacation, true paradise. So he's He's on vacation. He's doing fancy vacations, right? And here's another video of him going to Las Vegas and staying in a super fancy high-rise just because he needed a day to himself with his wife, because he has a kid and he needs a day to himself after a busy shift of recording his dog taking his shit, and that's it. So it just gets worse, right? You know, he's gone against everything he stood for. He has completely gone against his own word multiple times. And all of this is completely selfish, in my opinion, for both his wife and his child, who, in one video, you can see his wife looks like fucking pissed just to be in the video. Like, she's completely over this entire situation. That's all bad enough, right? Yeah, well, how about this, where he decided one day, you know, I should go live. I should live stream because clearly I'm not making the money I used to anymore on social media, and I should go live and, you know, maybe I'll get some gifts, right? Let's see how this live turned out.
That's in a galaxy, bro. I gotta get a galaxy, guys. If I send me something, man. It's how I make it a living. I don't know if I saw a galaxy come through, man. I can't answer any of these. You gotta send me a galaxy, bro.
He spends upwards of a minute of consecutive time begging his audience for a galaxy, which, mind you, is $5, by the way. And I think you only get $2 from it, $2.50. But not only is he begging, he's also being incredibly rude to his fan base.
Sam, thank you for the first gift. Roses on deck. I don't know. I think roses are like not a galaxy.
Oh, thank you so much for the roses. It's not enough money.
You gotta send me a galaxy, bro.
So, pay up, guys. Come on, I've got such good content for you guys. This is a normal guy working my normal 9-to-5 job. Come on, guys, send me your money.
I wanna answer all these questions, but I really can't right now. Sam, where's the galaxy, bro? I'll answer like 10 questions if you send a galaxy. You're gonna send me a galaxy or something.
What a dick, man. What an asshole. It's not even that he's just begging for galaxies. He's literally like, you know, I can read your chat, guys, but I'm not gonna respond to it until you send me enough money for me to value your comment at all. It also looks like he got into some type of controversy surrounding what he did with money donated to him. I can't find anything else about it other than this TikTok, which has this comment. And if he's talking about this live stream, yeah, I don't think he's donating any of this money. I think he's begging for money for himself.
I gotta get a galaxy, guys, if you want me to answer the tough questions. I know that sounds like greedy and stuff, but again, this is how I'm making my living now, guys.
Can you imagine being such a fucking asshole that you spend your entire social media career building up normal people to appreciate what they have, and then to throw that all away and hop on live stream and consecutively for almost a minute and a half whine and beg about how you need money to offer content to people?
This is a lot more lucrative, and I get to work from anywhere in the world. Make money from my telephone.
Is it? Is it a lot more lucrative? Because before you had, what, a 6-figure job with benefits and you know, stability, and now you have a shitty TikTok shop nightlight on in the background while you beg for galaxies on TikTok Live. Seems like maybe it's not as lucrative.
If any investments other than 401k, you gotta send me a galaxy and I'll answer that.
Do you have any worthwhile opinions or anything that you can offer us as an audience who are choosing to support your lifestyle? I don't know, maybe you should send me some money to find out.
I'm just a regular chill dude.
I'm just a regular chill dude. Begging you all for money, please send me money, please. I have a child, guys. Why are you so selfish? I don't know, man. Maybe you shouldn't have given up your 6-figure f***ing job for nothing. You can't make a social media account about having a job and then quit your job and then expect your social media account to work. It's dumb. You could be making double the income that you are right now if you just stayed at your job. If you just cut back on social media to 50% of what you were doing before, you could take care of your kid and not beg for $5 on TikTok, a children's app. So Hubslife built his channel on the shoulders of people who work a normal job and don't have the opportunity to quit that job and travel to Majorca and go to Las Vegas for just a day because you want to, or just record your dog taking a shit for money. Most people have to work and they have to break their backs to make the amount of money that they have to survive. And meanwhile, you use them to get where you are now and then completely discard them, yet expect them to come to your aid at any moment and send you $5. It's fucking pathetic, dude. And it doesn't help when he also posts videos like this. Social experiment, filming in public.
One thing you guys don't know about me is I absolutely hate filming in public.
And then he just records other people. He puts a big ass fucking super noticeable GoPro on the tip of his hat and just records other people without their consent. Dude! That's not what you do. You can't be like, I'm so nervous to go in public and record myself. And so that's why I put this camera on my hat to record other people and put them onto my channel with nearly 1 million followers without their consent. Like, what the fuck is going through this man's head, dude? Not only is he recording videos of him spraying fucking plastic grass with water, but also picking up shit, and now he's recording other people and just posting it. He's not even blurring their face. Did he even ask them? So I'm finishing up editing right now, and I checked Hubslife's account, and it seems like he just posted a video where he says, it turns out I was wrong. It's okay to work a normal job. It's okay if you don't work a normal job. Like me, Hubslife, remember when I quit my job and lied to all you guys? It's okay to be scared of change. Don't let social media make you think you aren't doing okay. Yeah, I wonder why anyone would think that. So definitely he's keeping the antics up. I also love this scene where he anamorphs into his dad for some reason. That's interesting. I like that. Anyways, so moral of the story, probably don't build an entire social media following around having a job and then quit the job and then pretend to have a job and then decide to quit pretending to have a job to just record you doing nothing all day and then also record you going on vacation and doing lavish things that normal people can't do. Probably don't do that. It's probably the moral of the story here today. Anyways, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. If you liked Hubslife's content, you can definitely go watch him. And I mean, he still has a lot of followers, and I have to say, gotta give credit where credit's due. I like to do that. His videography is great. I mean, it's probably one of the only things that keeps me enticed to most of his videos. It looks good, you know, it's aesthetic, it is relaxing in a way, you know, unless he's picking up shit, but there is value in his content, and I think, you know, if he just owned up to what he did and kind of came out and apologized, he doesn't even have to get a job. He can just completely pivot his social media, but he needs to address and acknowledge his fan base that, you know, feels wronged by him. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna tag Hubslife below, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, check out my other content, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Coopnoop20. All patrons get the video a day early and their name at the end of the video, but $10 patrons get their name even bigger, and I'm gonna say it, so let's do that. I wanna say thank you so much to Jamie H, Tyler XP, Cal, Asia, Ethan T, Reggie Rodolfo, Melissa Cruz, Dodd, Liv Doom, Seafoam Gray, Keely 8008, Bray, Ives, Alex, Zink, Speep, and Fern. Guys, thank you so much. You're the best. Love you. Anyways, thanks. Bye.